7:25 on Friday evening. Um, I put two videos up, and one that was today's little excursion through the woods in this new area that I found with my trail bike. It's amazing that I can get all around, cover all this area. I put a few miles on today, and I found some pretty cool places there. Plus, I went back onto an old area where I had that bloody boot and looked around there as well. Um, I heard things. Uh, didn't really see anything, but I haven't really looked at the video yet to see if there's anything was there. Because a lot of times you won't see it with the naked eye, but it'll show up with your video. And if I go back on it, I'm sure there'll be something there because I could feel like something was watching me. So you know, that's the way it goes. It's supposed to get snow tonight and tomorrow. So I don't know how many inches or what it's going to be like, but it should make it really cool back here. I'll be able to see if there's any tracks and follow tracks, you know, as far as they lead me. Um, I did hear, I did hear some people talking. If you listen to my video I just put up, you can hear people talking and saying stuff, but there's nobody there with me. I don't know if they're just the spirits in that one area, or perhaps it's the Bigfoot family that I know. I didn't feel alarmed or anything like that, but I felt pretty at ease in a new place. So these are things that you can listen to on it. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Ready, steady. How are you? Greetings from England. Yeah, it's a long ways off, across the pond, as we say here. I'm glad everybody's doing well. Uh, I don't know how much snow. Will probably get maybe about 2 to 4 inches in this area where I'm at right now. Hasn't started yet. Probably be like about 11, 12 o'clock tonight into tomorrow. I'm supposed to be going up to North Jersey for a state track meet with my two kids that I'm bringing up there. Hopefully they'll do well, but they already postponed it a 9 o'clock start to 12:30. So if they're counting on that, it might snow a lot more up there. So maybe they will cancel it um, at a later date. This way here, I can get in the woods all day tomorrow. So that's what I'm looking to do. So Sheldon and Dawn, how's everybody doing? Yeah, people ask me, is this my football team that I support, the Jets? No, it's just a shirt that I have. It's nice and warm, so I put that on, especially when I'm go outside and all too. Um, my team's the Kansas City Chiefs. So, and the reason for that is because Pacheco is an athlete that I had helped coach back in Violent when he was there. Real good kid, real good athlete, and he made it big time too. So, showing support for him. But anyway, I just want to check in with you and tell you about the video that I had. You can hear me ask, "Is that a portal?" And they say, "Yes, it is, Greg." And then I asked again, and they say, "It's a portal. Yes, it's a portal to hell." That kind of like blew my mind a little bit because somebody asked me who was that, the Dog Man or Bigfoot speaking. Um, it is a Bigfoot family. They follow me around, like I said before. It's Kevin and his family and Roxanne, and they're with me all the time too. They walk around with me, so they let me know things, and they said to stay out of that area, which I did. Uh, I went around it. I didn't go into it, but I keep checking out, and I'm going to bring my EMF meter back there where I was today. Next time I go back there, because there's mounds there. It's like hills and valleys, and somebody said that they think it could be burial grounds of the Indians. The Lenape Indians used to be in this area here. It could be. I don't really know the history of that area, but I need to find out about it. I know where they were before, along the rivers and stuff. And I have some awesome pictures that I had taken years ago, probably 15, 20 years ago in the woods. And you can see them on the trees. You can see them walking and looking at me. Um, they're spirits, but I haven't felt that where I'm at where I was at today, but who knows? Could be. I will find out and maybe sit on one of those mounds and just talk with an audio recorder going and see what goes. You know, that's what I'll probably do. I like to do stuff like that. Disembodied growls, yeah, I get them quite a bit. Um, you can hear them, and if they're in front of you, you don't see anything. You can hear these growls. And even today, I heard something out there. I really couldn't make out what it was. It was either a bark or it might have been a growl, but it sounded like a canine. And back in them woods, the only canines that are back there would be a fox, which wasn't because the pitch wasn't that high like a fox. Coyote right now are getting into the mating season from the middle of February, which I had said the other night, till for about 4 to 6 weeks. And the males get very aggressive. And I got a friend of mine who goes out in that area with his dogs. So I warned him about that. So I think he took a walk back in another area yesterday, but he didn't go back where the dog man and the coyotes, where he stayed up more near the main drag coming into that area with the river back here. So that's where he was at. But still, I seen him all over that place back here. So I'm just warning him and all of you as well. If you have woods around your house, you take your dogs for a walk, perhaps even take yourself for a walk. You gotta watch because they're into mating season now, and they get hungry and they get nasty. The males do. So you keep an eye out for that. Hey, Place Girl, how are you? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Good to see everybody here tonight. Everybody's here tonight. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I really like all of yous. I mean, I love yous. I don't like it. I love yous. And I thank you for supporting me, my channel, and understanding what I'm doing, that I'm bringing what I see and hear right to yous. And I'm thinking about maybe having a Zoom uh, thing where I can hook up and have these all on there, like a little panel. We can talk and go back and forth on it. I'm going to see if I can put that together. If I can do that, would you all be interested in that? Would you like that? Okay, that's cool, Daniel. Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can hook it up. Hi, Michelle. This way we can talk. We can talk to one another, see what we all look like. See if anybody's older than me. I don't think you are. I'm quite old. Like I said before, I went to school with Abraham Lincoln, so that's pretty old. Yep, and it's good. I mean, it was cold out there today. I went back to my electric trail bike, and I had that baby going down one road to this one area. It was all asphalt, and I was going about 25 to 30 miles an hour, and that wind was chilling my hand. Had to put gloves on, put a wool hat on, and bundled up pretty good, But it was cold out there. But when you get your adrenaline going and you're looking around, you're not paying no attention to how cold it is. You're just into your mode, and you forget about everything else. Does that say? Yeah, this is Anthony. This isn't my team. I got this shirt. I think it was my wife's shirt. She's from New York. It's not a team. It's not my team. I just got it on to keep warm. Yep. I had a friend who played for the Jets, and then he ended up for 10 years in Buffalo. He was there. He was there right after Joe Namath, I think, retired. And he was in there. I'm not old. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm young at heart. I'll tell you what I did today. Back in this area, there's all these hills, right? And I wanted to go and see if I can go beyond where I normally was going today. So there was this hill, and it was probably like I don't know, a 50-degree incline maybe. So I come around, and if I was going on a path, and if you go too far, about 6 feet over off the path, you go down a cliff and you go into this blue holes back here. So I was concentrating on that, and then I got to this to one area. It goes up between two big mounds of dirt, right, like a little canyon. So I didn't have it in the fifth gear. I had it in the third gear. So I went to start out. So I'm going up there. I can watch my voltmeters going down. So I crank it up a little bit more. And I said, I'm not going to make it up here. So I stopped and I tried to maybe back it off a little bit. And I went backwards, fell on my shoulder. The bike fell on top of me and hit my head on the back of the dirt. I got up. I was mad at myself, you know. I said, well, can't do that with this bike. Can't go up there like that unless I get a full run. And I couldn't have a full run because I was going around a bend to get into it. These other guys, these motorcycles, these they go up there like it's nothing. You know, they got God knows how many horsepower. Yeah, it was fun. Has any Sasquatch ever come around your home area? Yes, yes, yes. They come around. I live from my research area to where I go in is about a mile up the road. Then I got to go into the woods down a dirt road about 2 miles. And then where my number one research area is, I got to walk pretty far to get to that. So they're close by. They've given me gifts and stuff in my backyard. You know, around the areas here, they give me little marbles and stuff. They give me uh, stones. They give me all kind of stuff. They also put excuse me. They put sticks in formations, usually crisscrossing. They break them and they crisscross them, or they make like a rectangle out of it. They do that. Uh, Lately, I haven't seen anything in my yard like that, but I'm sure it'll start up again pretty soon. You know. Yeah, I get around. You know what? If I stop doing what I'm doing and I stop being active with the kids that I coach, then I'm gonna get old. And you know what? As long as your mind is good and you're in good health, you know, and you can still do these things, you have to do them. If you just sit around and just ponder on things, you say, well, you know, man, if I do this, I'm tired. I'll do it another day. You get old quick. And I used to weight train pretty much, and I haven't done as such like I used to. Probably about 2 years, maybe three, but I still do a little bit with the kids at school, and I do it in my office. I have some dumbbells and stuff in here that I do some stuff out too. And as soon as it gets warmer out, I'll be pedaling my bike and try to do maybe 5 miles a day with that. So I try to keep pretty active. You have to. You have to stay active. You got to keep your mind sharp too. You know. Any peeping toms? No, not that I know of. Maybe my neighbors. I might have some neighbors that peeping toms, but no, no, they don't. As far as well, no. Let me go back. Let me go back on that. Before I enclosed my porch, which I made into my movie room now. I got the fish tanks there. I got a big screen TV. I really fixed it up nice in there. And I just had a screen door there in the wintertime. I had plastic up. And I had found the dog back in where I go in my research area. Somebody let this beautiful dog out. It was a pit bull. And they left her back in the woods to fend for herself, no nothing. And she would have died out there. She would never made it. She was young. So I took her home. I guess it was about 11, 12 o'clock at night. She starts barking. So I had her into the laundry room there to keep her, until she gets broken in right. And she kept barking and barking. So I went and talked to her. I looked out on my porch, and where the door was, I had plastic over the door to keep the weather out, and there's a light on outside, and it was a form of a Bigfoot. It was a small one. It might have been Kevin, because it wasn't big. It was small. Maybe it was about maybe 5 foot, 6 foot tall, the max, if that. And you can see the head and the shoulders. And I looked at it. Then I went out into the bathroom to look at the back to see if it was there with the light. I came back and it was gone. So I guess you could call that a peeping Tom. But other than that, no, I haven't seen anybody peeping in on me. If they did, they'd probably point and laughed. I don't know. Yeah, I'm as old as I feel. Puts me in my 20s. Yeah, I wish. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to my 20s. I was a little wild back then, and I'm not like that anymore. I don't know, I made it to this age because God blessed me, and I could tell you some stories, but I won't. I'll keep it nice. We're here for research. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stories. I mean, a lot of them, other than pertaining to what we're doing here. I got stories I could tell you. Wow, I could stay here for hours on end. But that maybe we'll just have a story day one day. You can if I get that Zoom hooked up, we can all share a story. I think that would be pretty cool. Have like a little round table there. That's what we'll do. I'm going to look into that. Yeah, yeah. When I get to heaven, I have a new body. I guess we all will if we get to heaven. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But who knows? Yeah. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. If we get rained out tomorrow, I mean not rained, excuse me, snowed out, we don't have that meat. That's gonna be a whole day to do what I want to do. I was painting the kitchen cabinets today. I finished that up after 3 days. Two tone, a blue and like a tan. Really came out really sharp. So I'm done with that, and I just got to put some urethane over the top of that. That could be doing a week. That won't take long to do that. Then I got all that free time to be in them woods. Uh, yeah, and tomorrow I'll look up about the Zoom and see if I can hook up something like that. I think you have to join it. You have to join and make a Zoom, pay monthly on it. I'm not sure. I'm going to see what's involved with it, but I'd like to do that. This way here we can all come in. I give you a number to call, and we can all sit at home and across the pond, as we say, and maybe can all be on it, and we'll talk to each other, see each other in person. That'd be pretty cool. Yep, I'm going to look into it, Michelle. Yep. You wouldn't, but I never used to like to chat. I was a shy person. As a kid growing up, I was shy. I really was. Now, I'm not so shy anymore. I guess that's what happens when you get older. You've seen so many things, you've done so many things, it's just like, okay, I'm not going to be shy anymore. I'm going to tell it like it is, and that's it. That's I've always been that way. I always said, if something's on my mind, I'll tell somebody something. I'm not going to like beat around a bush. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. If I do like something, I will tell you. And if him hauling around, I'll do that too. But I'm straightforward, and I've always been that way. And a lot of people get offended sometimes, but I'd rather have somebody tell me straight up than hide what they got to tell me, because this way here, I know where you're coming from, you know where I'm coming from. That's who I am. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Good to see you here tonight. Yeah, well, you know what? You're right. It's easier to talk to people and chat like that when you have things in common. Um, I like meeting people. When I have my photo exhibits, there's a lot of people come from all over the place, and I sit there. You know, like the first day, I'll come there and have food and drinks for everybody, and meet the artists type of a deal. And I'll have people come from all over, and I'll stay there for like 3 or 4 hours, talking to them, uh, and showing them the pictures that I have, and letting them see things, and answering their questions the best I could. And I don't know if I told you before, but I have a photo exhibit coming up in July, the whole month of July, from the 1st to the 31st. And that's going to be at the Vineland, New Jersey Public Library. I've had a few of them before, and I had one actually the first one I ever did. It was 23,000 people came there to see my work. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So that's what I'm looking for. I got a few more things that I'm adding into it. I'm going to put the Bigfoot and the Dogman picture that I have, and also I may one night have a Bigfoot round table there, and have people come in, and I can explain to them about the area here and the different areas and what they are and how they exist and what they do. A lot of people are misinformed about things like that, but I'll have my pictures and audio, and I can show them stuff, and maybe a couple of videos too. That's my plans. Eat uranium and baby smoothie. What? What are you talking about, Max? Yep. Thank you, place girl. Yeah, I enjoy things. I mean, I enjoy taking pictures. I do things, and uh, you know, behind me up there, you can see it up on top here. Let me get that camera right. Right up in this area right here. Let me see where we at here. Right there. Right here. With that blue, black and blue frame there. Can you see it? That's my dog. I had when I was a kid. Do you see her? You can see her back this way a little better, maybe. Right there. She's up in this frame right here. Can you see her? See her face? That is a picture of a Pekingese Pomeranian dog that I had when I was a little kid. And that dog died. And my dad had a picture of me when I was maybe about 3 years old in the front of our house. And he had it there. I was like swinging a bat in a baseball uniform. And on a tree, he always kept a little picture of that in his wallet. And when he passed on, my sister gave it to me, and I put it on my computer and blew it up. And that picture right there that I just showed you right here is the spirit of my dog that was on a tree next to me in the front yard of our house. And it's just when I do my Bigfoot research and all, I use my paranormal way to do things because like I said before, they're in a spirit realm too. They come in and out of dimensions, and they do. We call it cloaking, but they don't cloak. It's not what they call it. They call it spiritual powers. That's why I can be there in 1 second, and then split second they're gone. Uh, you know, so and I get a lot of questions. Are they flesh and blood? Yeah, they can be flesh and blood, but yeah, they can be a spirit the same way. They just disappear. And some people say, "Well, I'm crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. What Bigfoot? You don't know what Bigfoot are." Let me tell you something. I can go out in the woods every day and get pictures of Bigfoot and Dogman and other spirits as well. Tonight, I was looking at my video, the one I just put up tonight, and it was all water. It was like little islands there. And if you go back, I forget where it was now. I forget what minute mark it was, but anyway, go back on it. There's a little island there, and there's a woman. There was a woman standing there, eating like a ground. You can see her. You can see her hair and her face looking, and she has her arm up against the arm to the side up against a pine tree, and she's there. There's nobody back in this area. There's nobody back in this area. The portals in these where I live in this area here they're unbelievable, and you just gotta be in. Don't lean up against a tree. I don't lean up against trees. I mean, I got to climb in to put my cameras, but I check them out first. I just don't go on any tree to put a camera. You know. You speechless about what, place girl? My dog up there. You can see her. You can see her up in this corner over here now. See her right here. My Christopher, how are you? Nah, it was no relative of mine. That lady. Uh, Never saw her before. I don't know who it was. She's back in the woods. She's back in the woods, and where my trail bike took me today is pretty far. It's pretty far back from where my truck was. I mean, you're talking about 2 3 miles now in a different direction. I don't know who's back there. There's no houses back there, no nothing. Never was. You know. But if you check my recent video up, you'll see. I start off going down this one area, and then I go to another area, and I shoot back of the road. Then I go, and you'll see there's like a lake there. And check that out. As I'm walking around, I go to the left, then I pan back to the right, and there's like a little island there. There's water between me and that little island. And if you stop and you pause that, if you pause it right there, you will see her lean up against a tree with her back towards and her arm to the side, and she's looking out into the lake. She got black hair. I have an infrared camera around my house. I did see things. It was a lady, all in white, and she used to be in my backyard. Um, I saw her many times on a tree back there. In fact, I got some pictures there. Maybe I'll put up sometime and show you. And I went with the temperature gauge there, and you can see where she was when she manifested. It got colder, and she was all in white, pretty, the blonde hair. She had like a necklace around her neck. It was like like beads, like pearls around her neck, and then it came down to like an area here. It went down a little more, and she had a low top on her, and she's up against a tree there. And when I went out there, when I had my audio recorder, and I went out to see because we had my pets buried back in this one area.
I says, I'm going to go back. I'll talk to you. She wanted to talk to me right then. I can hear her talking on the recorder. I said, I'll be back. Give me a minute. So I went over there, said goodnight to my pets. I came back, I had my camera, and I saw her walking away, a backside of her walking away. And that's the last time I saw her. I don't know if she got mad at me or what, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, Indians. If you have a place where there's Indians, you know where Indians at? Uh, like the Civil War. I always wanted to go up to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. I did when I was younger, a long time ago, before I was doing what I'm doing now. But I always wanted to go to the battlefield with my camera and see what I could get during the daytime. I really feel that I'm drawn to that area to try to do something with that. But you ever watch those ghost hunters? They used to come on all the time. And oh, you hear that? You hear that? Oh yeah, the lights coming on. They're not showing anything. So I'm watching them. This is years ago, and something said to get your camera. So I got my camera. I'm laying back on the couch. I'm watching them on TV monitor, and when these things start beeping on, they're looking around like that. So I got my camera. I take a picture from my couch through the TV, and the spirits there, they couldn't see with their pictures that they're taking. I was seeing them on my camera. I have a whole mess of them. Yeah, yeah, they're smart. They're smart. Joshua Pratt. What's the scariest story I got? I got quite a few of them. I got quite a few of them. Well, I'll give you one from paranormal. Okay, when I was doing paranormal work, I went to this house. It was an old house in the woods. It was like a mansion actually. A friend of mine, his family owned it. It's abandoned, but it's just like a brand new house. I mean, it's all marble inside. They had a lot of money. They had a racetrack behind their house, 2,000-acre horse farm. They had all kind of racing horses there. They had stalls for 90 race horses. Anyway, make a long story short, I set up cameras in the maid's room, shooting down the hallway. I'm gonna see all night long with these cameras. I left them off like about 7 o'clock at night, and went back the next day, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I went up there, and I put my as I'm wrapping everything up, I put my audio recorder on a shelf. So I'm getting my stuff. I hear stuff. I couldn't make out what it was anybody was saying, and I'm looking around. There's nothing there. I get all my stuff, bring it out to my car, pack it up, and go back in the house and get my audio recorder, and it stopped. I'm saying, what this thing stop for? Brand new batteries in it. So I didn't pay them. I try to play like that, and I hear something, but it was like scratchy it all. So I said, no big deal. As I'm walking, you hear something like a heartbeat. It was like boom, 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 like that. And my ears are perking out. The hair on my back was sticking out. I had goosebumps like you wouldn't believe. And you hear a voice say, Greg, behind you. I'm behind you. And then it says, take care. See you in heaven, too. That scared me because I couldn't make out with the heaven part. So I called my cousin, and the next day before I went to work, I called my cousin and I let him listen to it. And he says, I said, see, I thought it said see you in seven too. 7 hours, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 years, I don't know. He said, no, they're saying is to see you in heaven too. So I believe that it was the people who used to live there before saying this. And I got the audio recorder with that on there too. And it kind of scared me a little bit, you know? Yeah. When you encounter anything like that in the paranormal, or even in the woods, it changes your life. It truly does, because you're putting on to a different level of awareness now. It's not like, hey, I'm going around the corner of the store to get a loaf of bread. No. When I'm in them woods out there and I go by myself, like I said, 95% of the time, maybe even more, I'm on high alert. I mean, I'm even on my bike. That thing goes 30 miles an hour, but I'm looking around as I'm driving. I'm looking around. I stop periodically. If I see something, I hear something, I look, and I'm ready to go. Um, you have to be, because if you're not in tune to your surroundings, things can happen. You have to be able to say, well, hey, I'm not going to go over here because I just heard something over here, and hopefully it got recorded, and then get out of there. When I hear something, especially if I'm way back in the woods from my truck, 2 miles away, or whatever, uh, I'll hear something. That's it. I record it. If I see it on the video, I'm out of there. And if I decide I'm going to go back there and put up a camera, then I'm on even higher alert, because you have to be. You have to be in touch with your surroundings. Paranormal works the same way. You know, I even had one time in a horse barn. I put up an audio recorder, and I went home, let it run. I let it run for like 5 hours. Now, there's nobody in this area. It's all the old horse barns where you used to have the race horses. So as I'm walking inside to get my audio recorder, I hear a door slam, and I thought I heard something, like people talking. And I'm looking around. There's nobody in here. I walked all the way around the whole thing, like an oval barn. It was like an oval track around the barn too. The barn was huge, probably like 300 foot long. Just this barn, and nobody there. I looked outside. Nobody there. No cars, no trucks, no nothing. And I know nobody goes on the property because it's all private. Uh, but I thought it might have been my buddy. Excuse me, mouth getting dry. And when I heard a horse. You can hear a whine. I hear this horse running, trotting down the dirt area where I'm walking, trotting. And you can hear somebody say, "Close the door." It was a spirit of a racehorse that probably died in there, and it was loose. And the people who used to work there are dead, and they're still living in that time, saying, "Close the door," so the horse wouldn't get out. That kind of freaked me out a little bit too, and it's pretty wild. A locator beacon. Well, I thank you for worrying about me. Um, I could put a GPS on my phone, you know. By the time something happens to me, nobody's gonna find me. It'd be too late anyway. I tell people where I'm going. They have an idea. I appreciate the concern. I really do. Residual spirit energy. Uh, I guess, yeah, yeah. I got some crazy stuff that happened to me. I mean, crazy stuff. Even with the Bigfoot and all. You hear something. You're walking, and something right behind you. I told you this last time we talked. It was like a grunt, like right behind me, man. Right
over my shoulder. I froze. And I have my audio recorder, I have my camera, and my machete. I turned around super slow. I was waiting for something to grab me. I turned around, like my eyes first, looking over here like this and stuff, and went around real slow. Didn't see nothing, didn't smell nothing. Had my machete ready. Not that it would do anything because you can't hurt them. And I took pictures. Took pictures in front of me, up in the trees, this and that, all over the place. Nothing. Nothing was there. So I said, somebody trying to scare me? I said, who's trying to scare me? And the Bigfoot family said it was Kevin, the little Bigfoot. He was trying to scare me. That's how they have fun. I guess they're trying to show that they're growing up to be a Bigfoot, and but they're cool. They're with me all the time, and they don't scare me anymore. I mean, he had his fun. Not that he wouldn't do it again, or maybe another generation coming in would do it, but they want to see if they can do stuff because you can't see them unless they let you see them. Now, one more story I'm gonna tell you, and it's getting late, and it's like 10 after 8. When I was doing my paranormal work years ago, I'm talking about years ago, and I was in my backyard, and I said, you know what? I'm taking pictures. I see things. I said, I'm asking. I said, I'd like to have more power. That was the wrong word to say. More power and ability to do what I'm doing with my camera, so I can see a lot more. And no sooner I said that, behind me, about 30 feet away, I heard something which sounded like between a peacock and an elephant. Well, that kind of sound. I looked behind me. There's nothing there. I see a light. So I walked over there, and I'm looking around. I could feel that something was there. I couldn't see it though. All of a sudden, now this is what I was lifting. I was strong, and I was an athlete. I was a world champion in javelin and everything else, So I was in shape, and something got on top of my head, pushing me down, was making my knees buckle, and it was super hot. It was hot, and it's pushed me down to the ground. So I got my camera, I put it in my head, I took a flash, and I let go. I ran in the house in my garage, and I went to the bathroom, so my head was on fire, and that's how hot it was. And I wouldn't go. I was so scared. I locked the door. I went in the house. And I'm thinking about what the heck did I just ask for? What happened to me? Did they give me that extra ability to do it? Maybe that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now with the extra ability that they gave me. I don't know. I'm thinking that, but for 3 days I didn't go back in my yard. I was afraid to go back there for 3 days because that was another scary situation. That really freaked me out. That Hey, Reba. Well, good people. I'm gonna go downstairs and I gotta get ready for tomorrow. We have that meet if it doesn't snow. Um, it's gonna snow. I mean, if we can be passable, I have like an hour and a half ride to go to this track meet up in North Jersey. So if it's too much snow, they'll probably cancel for maybe till next weekend. I don't know. But if they do cancel, I'll be in the woods checking things out, and I will make a video to let you know what's happening back there. But right now, I gotta go get ready and get my stuff ready for tomorrow, and take a nice hot shower and relax. And it's been great talking to you and seeing you all, and that you support my cause, what I'm doing over here. I really love you all, and I thank you all for doing stuff. Uh, Again, like I said, I'm going to try to get that Zoom thing up, and then we can all talk and see each other. I think you put maybe, I don't know, 10 people on there, 15 people. I don't even know. I got to say, but that's what I'm going. That's one of my makings. What I want to do. Here in Eastern Ohio, got 2 inches of snow already. PA, yeah, it's gonna snow. Double D, you're in PA. Whereabouts in PA? Thank you, everybody. Maria Brown from Kentucky. Good to see you checking in. Good to see you checking in. StreamYard, that's the way to go too. Over that Pennsylvania. That's where you live? StreamYard, I'm sorry. I don't know where that's at. Harrisburg. Okay. All right. I've been here before. Pice Girl, have a great night. As always, thank you. And everybody else here too. I thank you all. The channel's growing every day, and I thank you all for that. And share my work, and to your friends and family, and let them see what we're doing here. Okay. You all take care. Have a great night, and God bless you. And thank you. Ontario, Canada. Cold up there, I bet, huh? Cold up there? Stay well. You too. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Good night.